Hello my lovelies and welcome to my channel Feathers from Heaven Tarot. So today we are going to do a pick a card on your next first date. So it's going to be your next first date. We're going to try and find out who it will be with, their energy, how will the date go and the outcome of the date. So it could potentially be a next first date with your future spouse, but not necessarily. So we're just having a look at who you're gonna date next. Okay, so there's 3 images for you to select from. Just select the one which you are most drawn to and I'll see you in your reading. So this will be pile number 1, pile number 2 and pile number 3, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello my lovely pile number 1 and welcome to your reading. So that's for those of you that selected this lovely image and the heart. So I do feel what I'm getting from this is that your energy before your date, so we're going to look deeper into the tarot and oracles to see if you know this person or you don't, but I feel like you're just going to be doing you're going to be in your own energy, you're just going to be having fun with life. It could potentially be kind of summer, spring, or like the warmer weather where you are, but doesn't have to be. You could potentially be on holiday as well, but I feel like you're very much going to be doing you're very much kind of in love with life or just in love with your project. There's something that you're very passionate about during that time. So that's kind of what I'm getting from this, but we're going to dive deeper by looking at your oracles and tarot. So let's have a look. So pile number 1, just a reminder, I'm going to have a look at your energy at the time or just before you go on your first date. Then who is coming in, so who are you going on your first date with, their energy, and then we're going to look at the date itself and then the outcome. Okay, so for my lovely pile number 1, let's have a look at your energy just before the date, or what you're going to be up to. What's pile number 1 going to be up to in life? What's pile number 1 going to be up to in life just before the next first date? So it's the next first date for my lovely pile number 1. Okay. Lovely. Oh. Okay. Let's get one of these oracles. Okay, so pile number 1. I feel like just before you go or you meet this person, I feel like you would have been in an energy where you were kind of disappointed, or you were in an energy where you were kind of stressed or not looking, not being able to see beyond, in terms of not being able to see how you're going to meet your person or a person. Perhaps you've been single for quite a while and you were in a period of pure frustration, but then it tipped and you decided, well, do you know what, forget this, I'm coming out of this energy. And I feel you will become, you would have come out of this energy where you decided to just focus on yourself. So I feel like you are going to be having a glow up. You are going to be very charismatic during that time. You are going to be very attractive. You're going to be drawing a lot of attention just because of your energy. And sometimes when we pull back and we just kind of pull back the energy back into ourselves and we're feeling kind of deserving, we're feeling just happy with our circumstances, we naturally glow, and your energy naturally illuminates. And I feel like is what's going to be happening with you. So, you know, you're going to be, you know, following your creative endeavors. You're going to be feeling very creative at that time. So, you know, you might start a project, or you might have started a project a while ago which kind of didn't sort of take off, or didn't really, you just put it on pause or the back burner, but you might revisit it. If it's a case of not revisiting it, you might be jumping, I just decided to start. You are going to have a lot of creative ideas flowing through you, I feel, during that time. You're just going to be busy doing all your, you know, your little projects. I do feel like you're going to be feeling very deserving, so you're going to be totally out of this apathy energy and this kind of self-imposing restriction, this mental, you know, kind of jail that you were in prior, and I feel like you would have totally broken away from that. Yeah, you are totally, you know, maybe going out with friends as well, going out, spending time with family, maybe enjoying art museums, or just, you know, whatever it is that you're into. Might be going to, I don't know, the history museum if that's what you're into, or you might just be going to kind of visit art galleries, something along those lines. But obviously take what resonates and just apply it to your interest. For some of you, I do feel like you're unaware, but there is like a King of Wands that would have been watching you and interested in you, you know, whilst you're doing your thing. Okay, but we're going to get more into who this person is in just a minute. Let's have a look in terms of your energy at the time. So tell me a little bit more. Let's have a look. A little bit more. So pile number one's energy. Just one more oracle card. We'll take the top one. Yeah, I feel like you're having a real trust, you know, of trust that things will unfold, things will work out for the best. And I feel like you've given it to the universe, or you just know that you're deserving of something really good, and you're just trusting that it's going to come in for you. And you're in the energy of you're not prepared to take anything that is below par in terms of your standards, in terms of how someone should treat you, in terms of how they need, you know, what you're looking for in a partner. So you're definitely, you know, just really, it's a really nice energy. You're really comfortable within your own energy. You're fine being, you know, you're fine and dandy being on your own. And you are just really immersed in your creativity. Okay. And I feel like for some of you, you might just be like spending time with friends and family as well, sort of, you know, spending time and maybe caring. So for example, you know, if your grandma or grandparents, or you know, you never used to visit them too much, you might be kind of going to see them, running errands, just enjoying the time with them, where kind of before it was just kind of you know, focused maybe on relationship, but you've just kind of pulled back. So that's the kind of energy that I see you in just before your next first date. Okay, just to give you an idea of when your next first date might be coming in. So I've just dropped a whole heap of oracle cards and tarot, so sorry guys, just bear with me a quick second. I'm just going to pick them up. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that guys. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so let's have a look at your future, or your next date. Who will it be with? So who is this person? Who is this person that pile number one is going to date next? Who are they? Right, let's have a look. Who is pile number one going to date next? Just to let you know, I'm not doing reversals. Yes, so let's have a look. Pearl number 1. Please tell me the energy, the person they're going to date next. Who are they going to date next? Who is this person? Their next first date, who will it be with? Okay, that's lovely contradicting oracle cards there. Let's have a look. Okay, I get it. Let's see what it is. Who are they going to date next? Okay, perfect. So I feel this person, okay, is someone that's actually going to plan their action towards you. So I feel like it's someone that's around your energy that you already know, and they have their eye on you. Okay, I'm just going to get one. Who are they? Okay, lovely. Okay, so this person has their eye on you. They're thinking about how to communicate with you, how to ask you out. I feel like this person has already come into your life some way, shape or form. This person has been guided by your spirit guides, and it's someone that's kind of been brought into your life by the universe. So it's something that's been guided. Okay, I feel like this person's spirit guide and your spirit guide have kind of maybe like orchestrated you know, this kind of union. So when I say union, you might not be in like a relationship, but you've come into each other's lives. Okay, so with true love, I do feel like this potentially could be a long-term relationship, but we'll have a look a bit later on with the outcome in terms of if this is your future spouse. But this is someone that is actually true love, so they're meant to be in your life for this time, and then obviously we're going to see if it's kind of long term. This person's overcoming their fear of approaching you, so I feel like they find you really attractive, and they kind of don't know if you are going to respond to their advance or their or them asking you out in a positive manner. But they're feeling empowered and they're just going to go for it. Now this could happen around the full moon time. You know, that's just kind of separate bits of information coming in. I do feel like this person was a bit stressed or is going to be a bit stressed. So before they ask you out, because again, I don't know, it could be, you know, that you know this person from kind of, you know, college, school, work, you know, they could be like a client, but it could be something where this person can't just outright ask you out, or they feel like they can't. They're planning their action, they're planning and strategizing it. Okay, in general, they feel like they're going to have some, you know, they're going to be really happy with you, and you know, they actually do really like you. They find you very attractive, as it came up earlier with the King of Wands and Queen of Wands, so that you could be each other's counterpart. So this is coming up as the Queen of Wands in this one. So they are being represented as someone that is very, again, attractive. They could be a Leo, doesn't have to be, or any, fire sign. This person is very, has, you know, follows inspired action. It could be that they themselves have a creative endeavor or their own kind of projects that they are working on. They are, you know, someone that goes for what they want as well. So even though they're having that fear and a bit of, you know, that sort of burdening feeling of stress, it's literally just kind of running in the background, but only like at, I don't know, 20%. It's not taking over their whole being, or you know, their way that they're going to approach you. So with the Page of Wands, Swords, sorry, they will definitely be communicating with you. You will receive some sort of message from them. They are going to be, you know, asking you out or approaching you, perhaps to kind of have a bit of small talk to try and get in, I feel, to then progress into asking you out. So they might kind of try and get in there as a friend, you know, find out a little bit about you, your interest, really try and find out, you know, what you have in common, try and find something in common, so you can continue speaking, if that makes sense. So I feel like, you know, that's kind of what they're going to do. So let's see if we can get, who will it be with? What other information can I get? Who is this person? Who is this person? Okay, so this person probably just got out of a relationship, and you know, they've cut someone off. Okay, so they would have probably just have broken up, or there is someone that decided to put boundaries in place, and you know, decide that they would not date people that do not have anything in common, or do not show any respect, self-respect, or just that doesn't act in integrity. Okay, so this person has had conflict with someone, so it could be, you know, it doesn't have to be a love interest, but it, you know, it is so it's like, for the majority of you, it is that someone they broke up with, that they used to argue with. For others, it could be something to do with work, or it could be like a friend that betrayed them and kind of stabbed them in their heart, in the sense of totally betrayed their trust. So this person would have cut someone out just before they met you. You know, there would have been a bit of conflict, a bit of argument, a bit of competitive situation, but not a healthy competition at all. Okay, so that's kind of what they would have just come out of. That would be their energy just before your first date, so it'll give you an idea of maybe who this person is. Okay, so let's see, what other information can I get in terms of their energy? So their energy, I feel like their energy, they are going to be worried about you not accepting their love offer, or their offer to so they're going to be really worried. You know, they're going to want to go out on a date with you, they're going to want to, you know, ask you out. I feel like this person is looking for long-term commitment, but they're really like in their own head about it. Is that, will pile number one accept? Will pile number one go out with me? What's that pile number one thinking about me? How do they feel about me? Do they like me? Is it just me, or, you know, liking them? Because I feel like you're not giving them too much, in terms of you're not really flirting with them much, or, you know, giving them the signals that they need to see. But there would definitely be, they're the ones I feel that's going to be asking you out on the date. They are just going to go and with the full, take a leap of faith and just go for it, regardless of how they're thinking or how they're feeling in their head, or what's going through their head. Okay, but with the strategy and planning here, I do feel like this person will definitely be very curious about you. If they're not already, you know, if they haven't made, you know, got closer to you to try and get more information and find out about you, then they will definitely they will be approaching you, asking you questions, and they're the ones that's going to be making the moves. Okay, so let's clear this up and let's look at your first date. Okay, so what information can I get? Okay, so for pile number 1, what information can you give me in terms of their date, the actual date? What would the energy be like around their date? Okay, and one more. What would the energy be like around their date? Okay. So I feel like when this person asks you out and you actually do go on your first date, they're going to be able to let go and relax, because they're going to feel like, yes, pile number 1 said yes, I'm in, you know, let's go. They're going to be feeling very at peace. With the vast universe, I do feel like with the spirit guides that came up earlier on, I do feel like this is something that's something you could have been manifesting. I feel like this person, let's just take the 3 there then. Okay. I feel like this person is someone that's going to, I feel like they might have been manifesting you, okay? So just to let you know, but okay, this is your first date. It's going to be a beginning of something beautiful. I do feel like this is going to be a very committed relationship. I do feel like this is going to be a very long-term relationship. Whether it's going to be your future spouse, I don't know, but it is something that's going to be long-term, okay, which could potentially you know, lead into marriage. So I feel like with great achievement, this person could be obviously will be feeling like they're the cat that got the cream, in the sense that they're feeling quite chuffed with themselves, that they've got you out. For others, I do feel like your first date will be around a kind of an event. So if you're friends, or you know, it might be a work event, it might be graduation, or it might be like some sort of celebration where they've invited you out, like, you know, as their +1. So that could be one scenario as to what you know, where your first date will be. I do feel like it is obviously a new beginning, so it's going to be the start of a loving relationship, very caring. The relationship is going to be very healing. I do feel like it's going to be transformative. So wherever this date is something that's going to be a real transformative experience. So you're just going to feel very at peace. I do feel like you won't get dressed up for this event, so I don't feel like it's a park, a picnic, or, you know, just the cinema. I really don't feel like that is going to be where your next first date with this person is going to be. I do feel like it's going to be an actual event that you'll be going to. I do feel you're dressed up. It could be someone's wedding. They could have invited you to someone's wedding as their +1, or as a friend, like, oh, I can't get a date, can you please come with me? And that's kind of their way of, you know, getting closer to you, getting to know you. And obviously I feel like you're really going to get on like a house on fire, and it's going to turn into this beautiful relationship. So there is a lot of healing there is, because you're meant to be together, the relationship is going to be healing. You're both going to feel that, you know, your heart chakra is going to be open. I feel like for the both of you, it's going to be you know, a really beautiful loving experience. But I do feel like the actual event, there will be I do feel like there's people around. So but you guys by the end of the evening might go off together. So, you know, for example, say it's a wedding, say it's an event, say it's a graduation party, say it's a I don't know, a colleague's wedding. That could be something else actually that comes up. You two will have a couple of drinks and you'll go off together, have a little talk, and just, you know, little giggles, and you know, have little walks, and really have intimate conversation, get to know each other, really enjoy the atmosphere, really enjoy the atmosphere, the environment, and just the kind of the buzz. I was going to say something else. I was getting something else. I do feel like, as I said, it's going to be really peaceful. Whatever it is, this event, there's going to be a lot of love around. So it's not just you two feeling the love. I feel like everyone there is going to be very happy, very jovial. They're I feel like everyone's spirits is going to be really high. There's going to be a bit of dancing, music, beautiful food. I hear like, cutleries talking, sounds of plates, that bustle of events kind of thing. So I feel like it could potentially start in the day and go obviously into the evenings and the early hours of the morning. So it's kind of an all-day event. For obviously some it is, as I said, a wedding. It could be a christening. It could be a baptism. It could be anything really, any event. Okay, as I said as well, it could be a work event as well. Okay, so bear that in mind. And then, as I said as well, it could be graduation or something like that. Okay, so that's your first date. Definitely starting something new there. Really pleasantly surprised with the amount of information I got about this first date. It's beautiful. Pile number 1. Okay, so let me have a look at the outcome. So what will be the outcome after this date? For pile number 1, what's the outcome? What can they expect after this date? What will the energy be like between the two of them? What will the energy be like between the two of them after this date? After this first date, what would the energy be like for my lovely pile number 1? Okay, what would the energy be like? What would the energy be like? What would the energy be like? Okay, so I feel like, because if it was a wedding for some of you, you would have already met their friends and family. If it was like a family event, then you would have already met their friends and family on the first date. Okay, I feel like this person feels like where there was some things hidden about you that they didn't know. So it could be obviously, they got to know you a lot better during this day, so they feel like everything that was hidden previously is out in the open. So angels of the 4 directions, I'm just going to leave the wordings for now, and I'm just going to go on, based on the image. I feel like this person's kind of saying thanks to the universe, saying thanks to the angels, saying thanks to their guide. They can't believe they met someone like you. They can't believe how much you actually got in common, or how well you both got on. Let's see what else I can get. Outcome. What's the energy and outcome after this first date? Energy and outcome. Okay, so do you remember earlier on I was talking about having transformative or transformational, that's not a word, but the energy being feeling like, a transformative energy. So I feel like your relationship after this first date will go into your relationship after this first date will go to the next stage. I do feel like one of you could potentially be a teacher or be studying to be a teacher, or you have a talent. One of you has a talent around teaching, around caring for others, and so it doesn't have to be conventional teacher. It could be like you could do something on the side, like be teaching someone on social media, for example, teaching how to, oh my goodness, sorry about that guys, don't even know if that was a motorbike or a car, don't know, that was really loud, sorry. So one of you has a talent in teaching, so it could be that you are naturally able to explain things to people. So if it's at work, you know, when someone new starts, you have a natural ability to just show them the ropes, explain how things are done, you know, take it into steps by step stages where they are able to understand, because not everyone's good at teaching, not everyone's good at training, you know. Sometimes it depends how people you know, teach you information, or even teachers how they teach information. You know, sometimes it's just, you know, it doesn't go in, you're unable to understand, and it's not because of the information or a reflection on you, it's just the way that that information's being taught or delivered. But one of you, I don't know which one, is someone that's going to be very talented in teaching. Okay, they're going to be able to support other people. They're just going to have a real gift or a real talent in sort of, you know, delivering information to other people. Okay, so with grieving, I feel like it's like behind a mask. So I feel like initially this person was worried that, you know, they didn't have a chance with you, that, you know, they would lose you, or, you know, things wouldn't work out. But because, you know, your angels or spirit guides you know, put you two together, and it was kind of serendipitous how everything occurred, and even how you went on to this first date is kind of natural events, and things were so easy and smooth, you know, and where this person or your person was actually worried before, you know, they're no longer kind of worried. But I do feel like there's going to be like this little niggly feeling where they feel like they don't want to lose you, they actually want to move forward with you, they see you as someone, you know, as someone that they really want a committed relationship with, especially where their friends and family really liked you if you did meet them on that first date. Okay, so what is the outcome? What is the outcome of this first date? For pile number one, what's going to be the outcome of this first date? Yeah, so with grieving, we've got the Ace of Swords. That's going to be a real clarity for them. They are no longer going to be, you know, worried that they're going to lose you, that you're not interested. They're going to have clarity because, you know, you're no longer this mysterious creature behind a mask. You're someone that is able, you know, you're now someone that's kind of real and, you know, tangible. You're not in their heads. You know, you're just not, you know, just this person that they just think about. It's someone that they've been able to speak to, get clarity, get information, really understand how you feel, what your wants and needs are in terms of what you want for the future, in terms of what a relationship looks like to you. And I feel like all of that would have been discussed during this event. So they have clear clarity, they know that they want to be with you, and I feel like you also know that you want to be with them. You understand who they are, you got to know them better, and yeah, let's see what else. Oh my goodness, guys, the Two of Cups, that's soulmate. This person's your soulmate. Yes, there is a very you know, high potential. This could be your future spouse. What is the outcome of this? Oh my god, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So, King of Cups and the Six of Wands. So, I feel like, you know, this is someone that could be, you know, not for all, maybe like their counsellor, or there's something to do with offering advice to others. I feel like this outcome of your after the first date, you know, your relationship is literally going to be known. Your relationship status is going to change from single to in a relationship. you are going to be known. So in terms of, I feel like you're both going to introduce each other to your friends and family pretty early on. You know, I feel like you're both soulmates, especially with the angels and love that's we saw earlier on, and spirit guides. It's something that's been divinely guided. This relationship, I feel, is going to be kind of emotionally mature. So with the King of Cups, this person can regulate their emotions. You know, they're not immature, so like they're not someone that's going to kind of lash out if things are not going right. They're able to listen, to, you know, look at the situation for what it is, recalibrate, and, you know, able to you know, navigate around any, if there's any rough seas or anything like that. They're able to keep their footing still emotionally, that is, you know. So even where they had their little they weren't sure before, you know, with the cards that came up showing a bit of stress and worry, you won't see that in them. If they're stressed or worried, you won't see that. There will be someone that's able to really control their emotions. Okay, this person could be well known, or you could be well known, I feel. But I do feel like this relationship will grow, and it could be that you both have a mission together to do, and you know, I feel like your relationship will be quite inspiring to other people. That's the main thing, that's the outcome. You know, you are just going to be very inspiring to others. The way that you met, the stories that you have, how you guys come together, but just the way that you are together as a couple, the way you communicate is very strong as well. Okay, my lovely pile number 1, that's all I see for you in terms of your next first date. So it does look like this is going to be like someone that you will be in a long-term relationship with, or even, you know, you could potentially get married. So this could be your future spouse. My intention wasn't to do a first date with your future spouse, but that's the way the energies and the reading came out for you, which is absolutely beautiful. Part number 1, if you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. You know, claim if you'd like to in the comments below, so I know that it resonated. And if you haven't subscribed already, then I'd love to have you join the family by you know, subscribing, maybe pressing the notification to know when I upload any more pick a card readings. But otherwise, I wish you a lovely morning, afternoon or evening, depending where you are. Hello, my lovely pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. So that's for those of you that selected this lovely little image and the owl. So just a little bit of what I get from this is if we're looking at your energy at the time or just before you go on your first date, it could be the summer, it could be on summer holidays, whether it'll be at work or from university or sort of college. I feel like you're going out a lot in the evenings, perhaps with your friends, family, but I feel like you're very kind of chilled, relaxed. That's probably maybe where you're at. But anyway, we'll look deeper into the oracles and tarot and see. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so we're going to look at a couple of things. First of all, we're going to look at your energy at the time, just so you know if, you know, if it's something you can expect or it's something in the future. Who will it be with? So who are you going out on this first date with? What is their energy going to be like as well? So a little bit more information about them and a little bit about information on the date. So if I can get anything about the date itself, then I will try my best, and then we'll look at the outcome. So what will happen after this first date? Okay, so let's have a look first of all at your energy, just to know if this is your reading, if it resonates with you or not. Only obviously take what resonates, leave the rest, and if it doesn't resonate, then feel free to select another pile. But if it's not something that you resonate with right now, it could just be that you're not in that energy at the moment. So it could be that your next first date isn't, you know, it's not coming in immediately, but it could be like a future energy. So it could be, you know, 3 to 6 months, even up to a year. Obviously it's a general reading, so it will be different for everyone, but let's have a look anyway. What will your energy be like at the time? What will pile number 2's energy be like? Oh, compassion, strength, empowerment. Okay, so let's see what else we get. What will pile number 1's energy be like? Sorry, 2. What energy will pile number 2 be like? Transformation. So I feel straight away, pile number 2, you could be ending a cycle. I feel like you could be ending a cycle. So you could be in the energy where you might have only, obviously it won't resonate with everyone, but broken up with someone, got out of a relationship. I feel like you've got out of a relationship and you've kind of been working on yourself and healing, and then decided to you know, focus on you, what makes you happy. So you kind of will be in the energy of maybe a bit of conflict. So some days you might be feeling really great, and other days not so great, but you might be like trying to be really strong, in the sense that you know, if your friends are asking you out to go out, like, oh, let's go to a concert, let's sorry guys, just putting a just putting my timer on. So if they ask you out, then it's something that you will definitely think about. Or it might be that you're not in the mood to go out, but you're just forcing yourself, you know, just to get out of that energy, that rut, if you've been feeling, you know, a bit down. So as I said, you might have days where you're feeling great, optimistic, and then other days where you're a bit, you know, down, because it's the end of a cycle for you. You are transforming. It's like the equivalent of like the death card in the Rider-Waite tarot deck. So like ending something to start something new. So I feel like people around you will be very compassionate at that time. They'll be, you know, checking in on you, so your friends and family, seeing how you're doing, trying to get you out and about as well, you know, trying to invite you around for dinner, as I go out to the movies, go out for a meal, let's do this, let's do that. They're trying, you know, to allow you some healing time, but also trying to balance it with making sure they check in on you as well. So there, with that conflict, that's that inner conflict I feel like you'll be feeling. You know, as I said, some days you'll just be trying to weather the storm, sort of internally with your emotions, and then some days you are, you know, trying to be strong enough to focus on moving forward. With the honoring path, I feel like you will obviously get to that end of that cycle, and you'll probably be you know, focusing on what makes you happy. You'll be focusing on your dreams, so you'll be looking at what your dreams were. So for some of you, you might have parked your dreams, or you might have parked what you wanted to do. You might have had like a passion for something before, but not really acted on it because life happened. Maybe you got, you know, when things happened. If it wasn't a relationship, guys, that you guys have ended, then it's something where a cycle has ended. So it could be like you went hermit mode, or it's like with the Hangman, things were on pause for you. Or it could be that you were like really working on studying and your education, and you know, you put a lot of time and energy, and you're feeling really exhausted, you know, or you, for some of you, you know, it's just kind of sweat, blood and tears to get the results that you've got. And during that time, you know, you might have maybe you know, neglected maybe your health, or maybe neglected your well-being, you know. So now you are transforming and you're ending that cycle to move into something new, moving into your desires. So like the North Node, moving into your destiny. Okay, let's see, what other energies will you be in? Pile number 1, 2. I keep saying pile number 1, sorry. What energy will pile number 2 be in? What energy will pile number 2 be in? Yeah, okay, and one more. What energy will pile number 2 be in? Okay, for some of you, as I said, like with honoring your path, kind of looking at what makes you happy, looking at, you know, where you can get your money. So if you've just graduated, for example, or you've just finished your education, then looking at applying and just focusing on your career. For others, it could be you looking for a course to upskill yourself, to, you know, focus on your own self-development. But with the 5 of Swords here and the conflict, I do feel like for majority of you it is an end of a cycle with a person. So it's kind of someone was underhanded and wasn't really honest with you, and the relationship broke up, you know. They left you, so with the 5 of Pentacles, they kind of left you out in the cold. They're out of nowhere, maybe just behaved in a certain manner, or broke up with you, cheated on you, or just decided to misbehave somehow. Obviously this is going to be a general reading, so just take what resonates. So I feel like, you know, with this cycle, you would have been a bit defensive in general, you know, like not allowing, you're not looking to date, you're not going to be looking to go out and date at all. You're just going to be wanting perhaps to stay in, but as I said, you know, your friends and family will try, you know, to make sure that they get you out the house. I feel like you're very protective over your energy at this, just, you know, that's the energy you're going to be in, kind of healing, just looking after yourself, being strong, and just trying to gain your balance so you can be empowered for your next move, your next cycle, you know. You're looking to bring back your energy back to yourself, and just like, you know, have that attitude like, okay, nothing can take me down, I'm going for it, I'm going for, you know, what I'm destined to do, and I'm, you know, going for this job, I'm applying for this course, I'm gonna I don't know, for example, like doing an internship, or I'm going to or change my career, re-educate myself, or something along those lines. Okay, but whatever it is, you're going to start following kind of your destiny. So that is your energy at the time. My pile number 2. Let's look at who your first date will be with. I don't feel like you know this person yet. I don't feel like this person's in your life at the moment. If this hasn't happened, it could be an energy that, you know, that you'll be in, or it might be something that you've just got over, okay, with what I've just mentioned. So who would their next first date be with? Pile number 2. Pile number 2, who would their next first date be with? Pile number 2. number 2, who will their next first date be with? I feel like this person's going to be very confident. Oh wow, peace twice, guys. Ascended Master. Breathing. Who's their next date going to be with? Their next first date. Who is this person? Okay, I feel like this person is going to be quite in tune with you. So energetically, I feel like they know that you have been going through it. Their higher self will know that you've been going through it, pile number 2. This person is going to bring a lot of peace into your life. They're not someone that's full of drama, or they're not someone that's confrontational. They're going to be really peaceful, like a real kind of angelic energy around them. This person's very confident, very knowledgeable, intellectual. Let's see. Who is this person? Who are they going to be going on a date with? So this person has... This person, I feel, has worked on their shadow side. They're moving away from anxiety or like being in their head too much. This person might have gone through it as well, and I feel like they've actually worked through it and they're moving away to like happier times. So they might have seen the dark night of the soul, the person that you're going to date next, and they are, you know, on the other side of it, so they are able to move and get past any sort of anxiety. They are able to they're able to understand things for what it is. They may have grieved themselves, okay, had some sort of grieving, but now they are moving into calmer waters, so to speak. Who is this person? Who will it be with? Yeah, Judgment. This person has actually gone through it as well. Pile number 2, this person has come back fighting. They've come back as a new person. They've probably worked on their shadow side. They've probably worked on the anything that was really difficult for them. You know, there's something that's happened within their life which was very difficult, and they're moving away from that now as well. What else can you tell me about this person? Too many cards. Okay, this person's going to be very attractive, charismatic. They're going to be very charming. I don't feel like you know who this person is as yet. You feel like it's moving very slowly, or, you know, you feel like you're not getting any news. Okay, I feel like it could be someone that you meet to do with your financial, material gains, education, money, career, something along those lines, but it's some part of it's been hidden, so I don't know exactly how you're going to meet this person, but that could be a potential. It's something that's not going to happen right away or very quickly. It's not going to move very quickly, so when you first meet them, it's not going to, you know, progress very quickly into the first date. So you might speak to them for a little while before you go on a first date. But this person is someone that is very passionate, very charismatic, very attractive. This person could have their, you know, could be in some sort of authority with the King of Wands. So with the King, it's energy, not gender. And I feel like okay, so I feel like they're going to come into your life. Oh, hold on, let me just, before I say that, let me get clarification for the 8 of Wands. Right. So we have a death card. So yeah, it's gonna happen pretty quickly or soon after you ended that cycle. So everything that I said at the start about your energy that you're going to be in at the time, so when you go through, I mentioned that it's like the death card where you're ending a cycle to move into something new. So when you are concentrating on your destiny, your life's purpose, or if it's not that, you're concentrating on doing something for yourself, you know, to make you feel good. I feel like it's when you are focusing on you, and you know, after you've gone through that healing, that is when this person's going to come in, and then they're going to come in very quickly, straight after the death card, straight after the transformation, straight after your transformation. So even if it's like a day after where you're feeling so much better and you're not in that energy, you know, of conflict or weathering the storms, and one day being really happy, then one day being really sad, or you know, when you suddenly have that thing where it moves into you just really being passionate and focusing on yourself, and you know, you might have just applied for a new job, or might have applied for some sort of apprenticeship or something like that, and you're just waiting to hear back, you know, and you're feeling really, you've got the fire going and you're really feeling that passion. That's when I feel like this person will come in. How you're going to meet, I don't know. With the moon, they're not really telling me, so but it will be someone that's going to be very peaceful. They're going to be peace. As I said, they're very knowledgeable, they're very confident. They could be a fire sign, but doesn't have to be. Right, let's look a little bit more into their energy. Pile number 2. Let's look a little bit more into this person's energy. What can I see? What comes up? Okay. Now my days, I'm dropping everything. Just bear with me a quick second. Okay. Okay, so pile number 2. Let's have a look. A little bit more about this person's energy. Anything else? Anything else? Can I get anything else? Anything else about this next person they're going to date? First date, who will it be with? Who is this person? Oh, peace. Oh my god, that's literally come out 3 times. Let's focus on this for a moment. This person's going to be, it's going to have a really calming energy, okay? So even though they're charming with the King of Wands, charismatic, passionate, it's weird because it's like, it's got with fire, but it's like they're very peaceful. You're going to feel at peace around them. You're going to feel really calm. They're going to make you feel really calm. And I feel like in general this person's at peace in terms of where they are in their life. They're very happy and they're very balanced. I feel like this person is following their life purpose, or whatever it is that their life purpose is. I feel like they are in their life purpose, which is why they are at peace, and which is why peace is coming up a lot as well. This person is not contradicting their energy because they're doing what they are supposed to be doing with the life purpose. So their energy is not being pulled in areas or pulled in different directions that doesn't serve them. Okay, so we got deserving. What else? one more. I feel like, yeah, they've got over their fears, which has allowed them to level up in life, and they're now focusing on their life purpose, and they are someone that's going to be very caring about your needs and very caring about your mental well-being and your physical well-being as well. They are going to treat you in a way that you deserve to be treated. So they will see your heart. They will really understand you as a person. And with earlier on, we saw the higher self. And I feel like their higher self knows what you've been through kind of before they meet you, if that makes sense, or before you guys start talking. So there's just going to be this energetic understanding on a higher level, and they're not going to know why, obviously, but they're just going to feel like they really want to take care of you. They really want to, you know, be there for you. They really want to, you know, bring value to your life, okay? And also, as I said, they've got over their own fears and shadow, and they're now working towards their life purpose. So that's their energy. Pile number 2. Let's have a look at the outcome. No, sorry, the dates. Let's have a look if I can get any information about the date. Any information about the date itself? Any information about the date? Can I get any information about the date? This talent came up for pile number 1. Any information about their date? Too many. What information can you tell me about pile number? Oh, beautiful. Okay. So your actual date, your first date, you could go to a theatre. My days. So 1 just dropped. This dropped. A creative endeavour. Please tell me about their first date. What can you tell me? Intuition, manifestation. Yeah, I feel like you have this intuitive connection with you and this person. Okay, so you have like a psychic connection as well. So it could be like energetically, you are both pick up on each other's, the way that each other feel, or if they're going through it. I feel like it could be something that you pick up before you meet. So with inspiration and creative endeavor, it could be that you're following your passion in terms of your creative endeavor, and that's kind of how you guys meet as well. So that's just a bit of something, a side note there. Your actual date could be an art gallery, it could be something creative, something to do with the art, so dancing, concert. So it could be a concert you meet at, it could be a theatre, it could be opera if you're into it, it could be an art gallery, it could be a museum, it could be anything where someone is showing their creativity. So you're going to watch something. It could even be the cinema, because obviously, you know, you go watch actors and actresses at cinema, and it involves talent, right? This person is actually family orientated, and they are very grateful. They just have gratitude, and that's basically because of the past and what they've been through. I feel like this person might see something beyond a first date with you. So unfortunately it was hidden as to how you guys are going to meet, but it's something that you're not meant to know, or something that I'm, you know, not meant to say during this reading with the moon card, but tarot that came out. But I do feel like when you go on your first date, this person's going to see you as potentially their future partner. They're going to want something with you. You know, this person's going to be really grateful to be out on this date with you. It might be that you go to some sort of gardens where there's kind of greenery, park. It could be like not a zoo, but it could be something, you know, around your area where they have some sort of nature walk or something like that. That could be another potential for your first day. I feel like you two are going to have a connection with this psychic ability. You're going to have like a real connection, psychic connection, and you're going to probably be unaware of it, but you might like read each other's thoughts or the way they're feeling. So during the date they are going to be picking up on your cue in terms of, you know, how you're feeling, look at your body language, but there'll be just this knowing in terms of how you're feeling, you know. So if you're not you know, a bit uncomfortable, or maybe if, you know, you're feeling a bit tired, then they might say, okay, let's go and sit down for a drink, we've done enough walking, you know. So I feel like your first date could be, like I said, something to do with music. You're going to go watch some sort of something to do with music. For others it could be like something to do with art. For others, a very small minority, if you do live near the beach, it could be like you go to the beach and maybe there's a little event going on there, and that's what you go to. I feel like you guys have a really strong intuition, one or both of you, where you are able to really feel the other person, okay? In terms of, you know, as I said, if they're uncomfortable, if they're just feeling, you know, a bit down or something along those lines. Okay, so let's get a couple of tarot cards. We have the Six of Cups, Ten of Swords. Yeah, perfect. That literally landed on that. I love it. Okay, so with the Five of Swords landing on the Ten of Swords, you're moving away from that heartbreak, that energy which we discussed right at the start, you know, where whatever experience you had that took you to your knees, totally moving away from that. This day is going to feel very at home, very nostalgic. You are going to maybe at first be a little bit defensive. Okay, but I feel like they'll pick up on that. Okay, that's so funny. Okay, I feel like you might be a little bit defensive, you know, at the on your first date, like a little bit like you know, looking for red flags, or just looking and questioning and just like analyzing their behavior or what they're doing. And I feel like they're going to really put the work in to show you that there's nothing for you to worry about, that they actually have your best interest at heart, like they actually want to, with the Knight of Cup, they want to be this knight in shining armor. They want to whisk you off your feet. They want to show you how much they care about you, how much they care about your mental state, your mental well-being, and they're going to make it very clear. They're going to be a real so regardless of gender, it's just like, you know, the saying, they're going to be a real gentleman, but that's just for the saying. Like they're really going to, you know, be old traditional. That's the word I'm looking for, traditional. So they're going to maybe pull the chair out when you're going to go for a meal, or maybe they will fix your dress, like when you're walking, if your strap's fallen, or if you've got like a twig stuck in your hair, they'll pull the twig out. Or they will serve you, pour the wine when you're at dinner, you know, those kind of traditional sweet gestures. That's kind of what they're going to be. Very attentive. They're going to make you feel really careful, really loved. You're going to feel really at home, nostalgic, with the peace that's come out so many times. Good little peace. But they're going to be working very hard to get, you know, to for you to maybe lower your guards, or just to help you feel reassured, okay, that there is no red flags here, or there is nothing for you to worry about, because they are a real sweetheart. So the date, regardless of what you're going to do, as I said, is going to be you're going to feel at home eventually, okay? So at the start you might be like, you know, looking out for things, but they're going to put the work in to change your mind and make you feel really at home really comfortable and really help make you feel really safe. So like where you got the family here, you know, even though it's a first date, that feeling of home and safety and secure. And I feel like you're just both going to be really grateful during the day to be spending time with each other. Okay, so that is your actual date. Let's have a look at the outcome. What's the outcome? After the next first date, pile number 2, what can they expect? Pile number 2, what can they expect after the next first date? Shuffle these very quickly. Perfect. Okay. So pile number 2, what can they expect after their next first date? What is the outcome? Oh, trouble. Happiness. What is the outcome for pile number 2? What is the outcome after this lovely date? What will be the outcome? Family, manifestation. It's something that you might have unintentionally manifested or intentionally manifested. If it's not you, then it's your partner, and it's for someone like you. So if you didn't know each other before, it could be, do you know when you write a list or where people script or what they want the ideal person to be like? So either you or them would have manifested the other person. As I said earlier, this person, you know, wants a family, and they would have seen you earlier on as someone that they would want a family with. Obviously, the outcome's happiness. So with travel, I feel like it would naturally evolve to something else. So your relationship will progress after your first date into something committed and long-term, and you might end up having to relocate for one another, but only take what resonates. What's the outcome? Taking step, optimism, oh my god, and the vast universe. Oh my god, it's so similar but different to pile number 1, which is weird. Obviously the energy at the time of meeting for both piles are very different, but in terms of the vast universe, I think is kind of divinely guided by the universe. With manifestation and the universe, it's something that's been a wish fulfillment. It's something that is brought in by the universe consciously or unconsciously, but I feel consciously through manifestation. I feel like it's going to be very optimistic in terms of where your relationship will go next. With the travel and the next step, you both are going to start planning the next steps. So what does it look like? So you might decide, maybe not the next day after your first date, but you know, the outcome, the overall outcome after your first date will be you guys planning on maybe moving in together, or you know, you might need to relocate for someone's job. Like one of you might have a better career opportunity with more money somewhere, and one of you might decide, okay, I'm happy to move closer to your work if it's going to bring us you know, financial stability, and we can start a family. A lot of optimism. It's going to be very optimistic. I do feel like this is going to be like your future spouse or your future long-term partner for all of you. Yeah, so with the 2 of Wands, you're going to move into the next step with each other. So it'll probably be the unknown. So you're moving from what you did know to somewhere what you know you're happy to move into something new. moving forward. What's the overall outcome? Okay, so, oh my god. Okay, so we've got 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which basically means planning, moving forward. So, you know, planning and executing your plan. And then we've got the 2 of Wands, so definitely movement, probably relocation. You might move country. Again, we don't know how you guys met, so I don't know if it's this long distance or what it is, but the outcome is very positive with the Page of Cups and the Lovers here. So again, this could indicate something that's been brought together by the universe, by your higher selves, you know, being kind of divinely guided. King of Pentacles, one of you is going to be offered a job or something with work, so there's going to be some sort of relocation because of work, because of additional stability, maybe to be around the family, or because you want to move to a better area to bring up a family, you know. There's going to be a lot of romance in a relationship as well. That's never going to die. You know, the outcome is there's going to be romance. You're both going to be going on continuous dates. One of you is financially secure, stable, and one of you is actually making quite a bit of money, so you will be kind of financially stable, financially happy, to be able to start a family. So you might start a family. For those that are interested in a family, it might not obviously it's not going to resonate with everyone, then you will probably start a family pretty soon. There will be a lot of balance. There's going to be equal give and take in the relationship. So it might be a gender conforming relationship, you know. Again, just take what resonates. This is just for some of you watching, not for all of you. So maybe like the male figure might have a business, might have more money coming in, and maybe like the female will bring up the children, okay, and look after them, and you know, and do look after the home. Obviously that's going to resonate with some of you, okay, not all of you. If this doesn't resonate with you, then obviously just leave that bit of information. For others, then it's just going to be a real equal relationship for others, where, you know, you both support each other's careers, you both support each other's creative endeavors. There is a decision to be made as well with the Lovers as well. So with the 2 of Wands, the travel and the next step, you will have a decision to make in terms of relocation and travel, pile number 2. So there will be some sort of movement. If you're not going to move country, you might move area, you might move house, you might even be moving house to something bigger to bring up a family, you know. So it doesn't necessarily have to be moving countries, might just be moving cities. But there's a lot of financial stability here, okay, and I do feel like it's something that's been brought together by the universe. It's like after a really hard time, after, you know, you both have gone through maybe your dark nights of the soul, and you've gone through the other side, focusing on yourself, focusing on what you like, focusing on your creative endeavor. You've kind of manifested each other into each other's lives and been brought together by your angels or spirit, okay, however it resonates with you. But definitely a beautiful reading, pile number 2, and a beautiful outcome to your first date. If you enjoyed this reading, then please feel free to give it a thumbs up so I do know it resonated, or just, you know, leave me a comment so I know it resonated. If you haven't subscribed, then I'd love to have you join. By subscribing, you're helping my channel grow and be seen by others. Please turn on your notification if you would like to know when I upload any videos, okay. But other than that, I wish you a beautiful morning, afternoon or evening, my beautiful pile number 2, and I hope to see you soon. Hi, my lovely pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. So that's for those that selected this lovely little image and charm. So just a bit of on a side note, I feel like your first date, it could be not for all of you. I'm just getting for some. It could be that it's a setup. So one of your friends might have set you up with someone. So it could like be a blind date, so to speak. But it's not going to be for everyone. So it might not resonate with everyone. And I feel like again, it might just be a time where maybe you are kind of waiting, or you're looking, or you're maybe actively dating, if that makes sense. So like with the other part, it was very different. They were kind of doing their own, or following their own creative endeavors, for example, or just focusing on themselves, or you know, come out of a breakup, for example. But for you, I feel like you are maybe actively dating, so just take it as it resonates. If you're not actively dating, then maybe it's at a time where you're actually looking to settle down. Okay, so that's kind of a little bit of what I'm getting in terms of your energy at the time, but I'm going to look deeper into the oracle and tarot. So let's have a look. So pile number 1, let's look at 3. Pile number 3, what is your energy going to be like before your next first date? Before your next first date, what's pile number 3's energy going to be like? What energy are they going to be in? What they're going to be up to? What they're going to be doing? Let's get a scoop on pile number 3. Let's have a little look. Ooh. Peace came up so many times today. Peace, your higher self. I think it's at a time where you are very happy with where you're at in life. For some reason, I am going to keep that upside down, in reverse, sorry. What was that? There was a weird flash outside the window. Don't know what that was. I'm just going to take it as a sign to keep that one in the reverse. I think it's at a time when you are challenging the status quo and you're doing your own thing. Maybe for some of you, not all, maybe like your friends or family are like on you saying, when are you going to meet when are you going to meet the one? When are you going to settle down? When are you going to get married? You know, when kind of thing. But you yourself, you are very much at peace with where you are. You are kind of doing things you want to do. Your heart chakra is very open, but you're not closed off to meeting anyone, you know. Let's look at your energy. What energy are you going to be in before your next first date? So we've got transformation, reconciliation, truth and psychic ability. I think you're just following your own truth. Okay, so pile number 1. So we have peace, high self, new supportive connection, transformation, reconciliation, truth and psychic abilities. I think you are just following, you know, what you want to do. You are... it's weird, but for you, I'm getting a possibility of you meeting this person in some sort of hobby that one of your hobbies, or this person might be like a teacher or the host of a thing, an event, a creative event that's happening, or you might be training for something as an additional skill, and this person might be there, again, maybe attending or part of the faculty team. So that's very specific, only take what resonates, but I think in general it's going to be at a time where you are following your truths and what you enjoy. So it might be something that a lot of people, so for some of you, not all, like they might say, well, why are you doing that, you know, why are you going to this class? And you need to be focusing on something, you know, on finding yourself a partner, for example. This is just an example, but you are just like, well, I don't care how old I am or how young I am going to do this because this is how you know, I'm going to follow my truth. I'm going to do what my inner guidance system's telling me to do. I'm not really going to listen to all of you guys. I'm going to do what I want to do and what feels right to me. And in that way, you're following your own inner voice, you're following your own inner guidance, which will lead you to this person that you're going to go on this next first date with. So for some of you, if you have been dating, it's going to be your next first date. For others, it will just be your first date, full stop, okay, if you haven't been on any dates. But again, as I said, you just, I feel like you've gone through this with transformation and reconciliation. It's something that's way in your past. You've gone through transformational cycles in your life. You've gone through different stages where, you know, you might have been in a relationship and then you've broken up, or you might have been seeing someone for a short amount of time, but you've broken up and you've learned from that. And you're now at a time where you're peaceful. You are happy just to meet someone. If they come in, if they don't, they don't. But your heart is open. You're not closed off to meeting anyone. So you've reconciled with yourself. I think with reconciliation, it's that reconciliation with yourself, what you you know, the balance of what you want, and what feels right to you, rather than what other people are telling you should do. Okay, so it's a time where you are not listening to other people, you're just doing you. You know, if you want to go away for the weekend, for example, this might be very random, but you might just go away to a vineyard for the weekend just on your own, and your friends might be like, well, why are you going to a vineyard on your own for? You know, you're like, because I just want to get away from the city, I just want some me time, I just want to journal, I just want to look out the window, have a cup of coffee. And then this place might actually have an activity that they are putting on, and you might go and say, okay, I'll try this, and this is where you meet your person. This is just an example. Obviously, I'm not saying you're going to meet them in a vineyard. It's just an example. So what I'm trying to say is you are doing what you want to do, you know, even though it's not what's the usual thing. Like, you don't normally have people go off at the weekend. For example, if you live, you know, with family, for example, you might say, right, I am going to book a hotel this weekend and I'm going to go to the city. I'm going to I'm going to go to a theatre, and I'm just going to stay in the city, for example. And they're like, well, are you doing that on your own? You know, go with your friends. You're like, no, I just want some me time. And then you go off, and then this is where you meet your person. So for you guys, I'm getting more information. I did not get anything for pile number 2 in terms of how they're going to meet their person or their next dates. I got a lot of information about who they were, but for you, it's coming up with how you might meet them. You're very peaceful. It's gonna be a time where your energy is very much at peace. Being there where you're like, oh, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, you know, and you're like a seasoned you're just so over trying to please people. With psychic abilities, I do feel like you do follow your intuition, and you do have an inner guidance which you do follow, which is why we have the truth here as well. So let's have a little look a little bit more about your energy. What energy will our number 3 be in just before the next first date? What energy would they be in? Oh wow, yeah, this 3, 4, 9 of Pentacles is very much independence. You are stable, you are financially stable, you are independent, you like the finer things in life, you have everything, you want for nothing, for example, but your heart is open for a relationship. So with transformation, reconciliation, and the Five of Swords, I feel like for some of you, not all, you have, you know, been dealing with people that were toxic, that were, you know, backstabbing, that were very deceitful, that were really dodgy, you know, and all of that's all in your past now. You've learned from it, you've healed, and your heart is open, wide open. So Ace of Wands, I feel like, yeah, you're going to meet, there's going to be some sort of passionate new beginning for you. Whoa. Too many. I'll just take this. Oh, beautiful. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. I mean, come on, pile number 3. You really got it sorted, haven't you? Or you will have it sorted. That's the energy that you'll be in before your next first day. So if you're not there yet, you will be there, but it's a gauge in terms of time frame of what your energy will be like before you go on your next first date. I don't feel like, I feel it's your next first date, so even if you have been dating and things haven't been going right for you, I feel like your next first date is going to be at a time where your energy is, you know, everything that I've just explained. But with the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, you're very financially stable. Pile number 3, you are got it, you have it sorted in the sense that, remember when I said, you know, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, you know, there's no envy, there's not looking for the next best thing for you. You're very happy and satisfied in your own energy. You found your style, you found your groove, you found what works for you, and you are basically living it, you know, where, you know, unfortunately, sometimes in this day and age, it's all, you know, with social media, it's all about being competitive, being better than the next person, or looking at what they're doing and then like comparing yourself against someone else. But with you, nothing like that, nothing like that. You're very classy, you're very traditional, you're very, you know, I feel like you're very nurturing, you're very kind. You could be an earth sign but don't have to be, or a air sign, but you know, just take what resonates. You don't have to be. But you know what, you've put boundaries in place. I feel pile number 3, you've put your boundaries in place. Like, you are caring, you are nurturing, you do, you know, you are comfortable in your own skin, but you also have boundaries. You don't put up with any, you know, any nonsense. If someone comes at you with their silly little red flags, you're like, no, go away, you know, dealt with you before, seen you before, you can just, you know, go away kind of thing, you know. So, you know, with that deceiving sort of energy, you've seen them, you know what they are about. And, you know, if this doesn't resonate with you and you haven't dated before, and you know, I feel like you've been around friends who have had that experience, and you know, or you've educated yourself and you understand about, you know, what is acceptable, what isn't. You know, you've done the self-development, or you know, you've seen firsthand, maybe through friends and family, and you know, because of that, you are very aware. You do have boundaries in place, and you might have had transformational cycles yourself, but differently through your own, you know, not necessarily with relationships, but kind of with your own experiences, which has allowed you to grow. But you're like, you're going to be in the energy, you know, before your first day of really having a passion for life. I feel like there's going to be a really strong attraction with someone that's going to really, you know, whoever that person is, it's going to happen out of nowhere. It's going to be really really passionate. It's going to start off with passion and attraction, I feel, and that's kind of how you're going to, you know, gauge and maybe obviously move forward with your next first date. I don't really know who's going to ask who out at this stage, but definitely something passionate. And I feel like you are a very passionate person in general as well, okay? Going after what you want, what you like, going after your creative endeavors, grow, you know, if you have any creative ideas, you will start them off. You don't have any problems, especially for some, you might have your own business, or you might be doing really well in your career, and you know, if you need to have like progressive thinking, you will do that. If you need to change something, the way that you're doing something, to adapt to your like clients, customers, or to the business needs, then you will do that. You know, you're following your passionate and creative calling. And again, you know, you work within, you have morals, you have really good morals, and you wouldn't just date someone now just for the sake of dating someone, you know, just because your friends and family think you should give it a go and see where it goes. If it doesn't sit right within you, you don't like the way they look, or you, when I say look, I don't mean physically look, as in you don't like their attitude or their energy, then you'll be like, no, bye bye, you know, I'm not having any of it. And that's beautiful. Pile number 3, that's absolutely beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. You could be some attracting your divine counterpart. So let's have a look. Who is this person? Pile number 3. Who is this person? I'm quite excited to see who is this person you are attracting, or you're going to go on a date with. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Okay. Just give me a second. I need to give it a really good shuffle. Okay. Pile number 3. Who will they be going on their next first date with, or their first date? Who is it? Who is it? Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Who will they be going on their next first date with? We have increase. Oh. Healing. Family. True love and conflict in reverse. Right, can you see all of that? Okay, so pile number 3, I got a bit carried away with your oracle cards. Who is this person? Who is this person? Oh my god, guys, spirit guides, blessing. And one more. This person's going to be your true love. Okay, I'm not going to take any more. I think I've got a bit carried away here. So we have increase, the healing light, family, true love. We have conflict in reverse, spirit guides and blessing. This person's going to be a real blessing that's going to come into your life. There's someone that's actually going to, for some of you, you might actually have children, or they might have children. So take it as it resonates. But if you do have children, I feel like they will be very accepting. They will just see it as a blessing. Maybe they don't have children and they're like, you know, I've always wanted children and this is going to be a great addition, and you know, I'm really happy. Or if they have children, then it's going to be vice versa. You're going to see it as a blessing, and you know, you're going to be happy, you're going to love their children. Or it could be that they want a family. Okay, take it as it resonates. But whatever it is, I feel like it will be someone that you're going to feel like this person's coming, it's going to feel like a blessing. With spirit guides, I feel like you've done a lot of your healing, and it's kind of a reward for you, in terms of, you know, you've done a lot of work, you know, or you know, you've been doing really well. I'm going to bring in this person for you, kind of thing. So this person's going to bring, with increase, this person's going to add to your life, not take away. You know, like sometimes we can attract people that take away from us. So it could be that they take away from our energy, they take away from our, because you're having to like always, you know, maybe make sure that they're happy, you know, or maybe stop your creative endeavor because they don't like it, you know, and that's a bit toxic, by the way. That's not what, you know, anyone should be doing for a partner. But this person's going to bring to your relationship, so they're going to add value in some way. They're going to be healing, they're going to be caring, they're going to be, you know, and with true love, they're going to see you as someone that is their true love, and vice versa. They're going to have a lot of love to give, this person. With conflict in the reverse, they're not someone that's going to be confrontational at all, you know. They're rather, you know, walk away from a situation than have an argument and come back and have a discussion a bit later on. They're not, you know, going to be hot-headed or deal with situations immature or be immature. Who will it be with? Who is their first date going to be with? Who is their first date going to be with? Oh, right. What is that all about? We have Judgment, the Devil. Okay. Okay, I feel like this person has dealt with... Can I just get clarification for the Judgment? Yeah, yeah, perfect. Thank you. Okay. So, who will it be with was the question. Okay, it will be with someone that unfortunately was in a toxic relationship themselves. Okay, so you might just hear them maybe speak on their first date about their ex, or they might not, you know. But I feel like this person would have been single for a very long time, and the reason they would have been single for a very long time is because they had their guards up, because there was someone in their life that was very toxic, abusive, could be abusive, doesn't necessarily have to be, but very toxic, very draining, just not a very nice person whatsoever, maybe was possessive, codependent. And I feel like this person that they were in a relationship with, they gave them another chance. They were like, you know, this person, you know, they might have broken up, they probably broke up with this person, but then you know, then that person came back, their ex came back and like said, you know, I'm going to change, you know, I have a different perspective, I really respect you, I really value our relationship. That's just an example. So they gave them another chance. But then what happened was that this person actually did the same thing, or, you know, never changed. It might have lasted for about a couple of months, and then that was it. It went back to, you know, their toxic ways. So what happened was they probably had decided, or not decided, they had their guards up. Okay, after that relationship, they needed a bit of time for themselves. And like with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like they were single for a while. When you're going to meet them, they would have been single for a while. And I feel like then when they're feeling really happy, like healed and really optimistic, that's when they're going to decide to have a leap of faith and go put themselves out in the dating world, you know, put themselves out and say, right, I'm ready for love now. I'm ready to experience love. I'm ready to date again. I'm ready. You know, I haven't. They might have worked through all, you know, their past. All their past experiences, and it might be like what's that, healing light. I feel like this, you know, you will be healing to them when you meet, you know. If there's anything else that's left to be healed, you know, once they meet you, it will be fully healed, the love and care. But yeah, a lot of happiness. That they would have been single for quite a while before they then, you know, decide, it might be in the summer that they then decide to go out and put themselves out there. So that's who it will be with, and their energy. Now let's have a look at this person. Is very loving, very caring. There's someone that could be fire sign or Leo, doesn't have to be, but they definitely have a lot to bring with increase. You know, they've got a lot to bring to the table. And it's good that they spent time, you know, healing, and they spent time being single for a long time before they started dating. So you might find out that they say to you, yeah, I've been single for a while, you know, when you first go out. Let's find out a bit about the date itself. What can I get about the actual date? Can I just get one card on their energy? Any potentials on how they'll meet? Let's just see. How will you meet them? we go. Could do. Thank you. How will they meet them? I need one for me. How would you meet? How will you meet your next date? Your first next date. Ooh. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, so peace and present power. Okay, so I feel like potentially for some you'll meet through work, career, anything to do with finance. I think that you might meet if it's not that, then the other potential is meeting somewhere where it's going to be like quiet, where people go to relax. So I don't know, I don't know how you want to take that information, but where people go relax, where people go for downtime. So yeah. Do you remember earlier on, I think I said that you might go like to a hotel, you just go to the vineyard or something like that. Was that your pal? That's you going to relax, right? So you might meet while you are doing your thing somehow. Okay, that makes sense. And then present power. Why is present power there? Can you please clarify? Present power. Yeah, do you know what? Present power could just be when you're living in the moment is when you will meet them. So living in the moment, just doing your thing, maybe just going out and about. But yeah, that's what I get into potential. Oh my God, can you hear the dogs? I'm so sorry. It's just some people walking their dogs. Oh, sorry, pile number 3, if you can hear that. So yeah, present power, peace and career. So that was just a bit of extra information for you. Let's look at the actual date. Date. Tell me information about the date. The next first date. Oh my God, psychic abilities. I'm sure that's come out for all 3 piles. Reconciliation. Animals. Courage. So for some it might be your next first date might be somewhere where you've already been before. Don't want to say that, but with an ex, or maybe there's a particular place that you really like, that's where you might go. It might be something to do where we got animals. There might be animals around. Behind a mask and deception in reverse. Okay, so I feel like it might be a surprise, your next first date as well. So with deception in reverse, it's nothing, you know, to worry about because it's in reverse. Behind a mask, it might be something that, you know, you go off starting the night in a particular way. So you might just think you're going out for dinner, and then it ends up being something else, like you go to an animal park or something like that. Okay, it might be a zoo, might be a conservation centre, conservation centre, is that a word? Place? Conservation, I don't know. Somewhere where there's loads of animals anyway. So, zoo, what else do I get? I feel like there's elements of it that's going to be hidden from you. So, as I said, it will probably be a surprise for some of you. They will probably plan it. But what's the energy going to be like around the first day? I need some energy. What is the next first day? Oh, 3 of Cups. 2 of Cups. What's the energy going to be? What's the energy going to be like? Okay, so I feel like where previous relationships or dates or people have been disappointing, I think that it's really going to be a vast contrast for you, and this is going to be something that's going to be let's get clarification for the Hangman. Okay, so during the date, I feel like things will move quickly. It's going to be fast moving, and then like a sudden stop for some reason. Okay, so with your first date, you're probably going to go out, have lots of fun. Like with the Two of Cups, there's kind of you know, that equal give and take, mutual attraction. They're going to find you really attractive. It's going to be like a real blessing. It's going to be really fun. You know, you might go out like where there's other people, but then let's see. Feel like some sort of conflict, and then we have the Hierophant. Why is there conflict? Why? First date, why is there conflict? Oh, okay. Okay, so I feel like your person's going to be really attractive, and I think like it's going to move very quickly. Then there might be like a sudden, I feel like one of you, I don't know who, is going to feel like there's a lot of competition, because there's going to be a lot of attraction. So one of you is going to find the other like really extremely attractive. Like you're both going to find each other attractive, don't get me wrong, but there's one person that's going to find the other person like really attractive. Okay, and it might just bring up a little bit of insecurities, I feel. So it might cause like a sudden, like things are going to go so well, then it'll be like a sudden pause. So when I say pause, it might not be like a literal pause. It might just be like a pause within themselves. One of you where you're feeling quite burdened and you're quite in your head and feeling like there's a lot of competition for, and there's a lot of thingy for their attention, you know, a lot of, yeah, a lot of fighting for their attention, or vice versa. Or they might see that there's a lot of people fighting for your attention, so it might be like you've gone out and there's loads of people, you know, you or your person are turning heads, basically. You're turning heads. But why is, I want to know why this Hangman, let's see, what does that mean? Queen of Pentacles, Hangman and a Queen of Pentacles. I feel like there will be like a different perspective. I understand. So there will be like a different, so it doesn't have to be a pause, but there'll be a different perspective shown. So like if you're speaking before your first date, one or the other might see the other, your partner in a particular light. So your person that you're going out on a first date with might see you in a particular light, because if you met them at work, they might see you in a particular, you know, light. But then when you go out on this first date, you know, then you might be like turning heads and like you know catching a lot of people's attention, and they might just get like slightly insecure, like, oh my god, you know, is she seeing other people? Is she talking to other people? Or is he talking to other people? You know, what's going on? And then it's just like, oh, am I gonna have to compete with loads of other people? Do you understand? So it's more like where you suddenly see someone in a different light. But whatever the case is, the person who's in the energy of the King of Wands it could be you or them, and it's just energy, it's not gender, is going to want quickly to sort of, they're more of a traditional person, so they're gonna probably want commitment and like have a conversation with you pretty much after the date to say, like, are we exclusive? Are you speaking to anyone else? Are you talking to anyone else? Or are we just talking to each other? You know, like, are we exclusive? So it might be a conversation that will happen like either at the date, I feel like it might happen during the date, or very like straight after the date, like the next day or that evening or the next day. But for a lot of you it might be the actual day, that or during your date, like they're trying to establish, are we exclusive to each other, to you or them? But I'm getting more whoever the King of Wands is going to be asking that question. Ooh, right, that was interesting trying to unpack that. I was wondering what that was all about, but definitely a lot of enjoyment going on at the start, and a lot of you might be drinking, you know, there's one, as I said, a lot of attraction. One of you is looking extremely attractive, hence the head turns, and you know, catching everyone's attention because you're looking good. My lovely pile number 3. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's look at the outcome then. Outcome. So what can pile number 3 expect straight after the date? What's the energy going to be like? The outcome after the date, what's the energy going to be like? New beginning. Where's conflict there? I think you would have discovered something new about each other. Okay, so do you remember that conflict that we picked up during the date? I feel like afterwards, the King of Wands energy is literally going to be making their feelings very clear. So they might send you flowers straight after the date, or you know, send you some sort of or call you, or have some sort of romantic gesture. It will be a new beginning, so it will be a long committed relationship, your next first date. I feel like you're going to get to know each other, so you might not know each other on a, you know, deeper level. So I feel like, you know, you're going to want to get to know each other. You're going to want to go on, you know, more dates. What else? What's the outcome? Pile number 3, what's the outcome? Yeah, so planning and action. So you might be planning to go on more dates, planning to get to know each other a bit more. Conscious lack, I think it goes with the conflict, which was, you know, the other party feeling a bit, I think like the King of Energy, King of Wands person might still be like a little bit insecure, and it might just be because of what they've been through before with their toxic ex. So just be mindful of that. Like they might just feel like you are maybe too good for them, but regardless, there is a new beginning. So there will be, like, it will be a committed relationship, but I feel like you might need to work on this, like with the 9 of Swords. You will need to work on, this person has a bit of anxiety, so you might go on a very small pause. After your first date, to try and iron that out, or get to the bottom of it, or work through it. Okay, so for some it might lead to a new beginning. For others, I don't know if you both, you know, continue, but so with the Tower there, for some it might just not progress, but for others it might go into a new beginning. It just depends how the King of Wands, whoever, whether it's you or them, is able to process and is able to work through their insecurity. And one more card. Yeah, so for some, not for all, it might just be too much for them. For others, it will be a new beginning. You'll be able to get through it. This person will be able to, you know, your connection might become stronger after this. So you might have a discussion, you might talk, you know, this person might do a bit of shadow work, and then you might have this new beginning. Or for others, it will just fizzle out because you're unable to work through. But whatever it is, follow your intuition, pile number 3, whatever feels right. So, you know, if it doesn't feel right, feels wrong, feels off, then make sure that you are identifying those red flags. For others, if it's something that you feel that they've worked through and you feel secure, then obviously it will be the new beginning with the strength. So it will be different for every single one of you. As I said, for some it might not progress. Okay, so that's all I see for you, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, I do new pick a card reading weekly, so feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you join the family. Have a lovely morning, afternoon or evening, depending where you are, and I will see you soon.